for relaxing times.
Make it Tunghori time. Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. It is Tunghori time, man. I haven't done one of these for ages. And there is that. I'm going to blur that out so you can't see any private information, ladies and gentlemen. So, let's just get it open. And as for, while I'm doing that, I'll just sort of waffle a bit at you. I've got a few things this week that are, or coming up, that are quite exciting. I did say that this was going to be, what did I say it was now? A quick shot week, which it kind of is, but I've got to do this, man. I want to get this open. This will help me do a quick shot once I've got this thing open. So before I open it, look over there, you'll see the ATTE. I did a poll recently to see if you wanted me to open it then, which was a couple of weeks ago now, or at Christmas. Because it would have been nice to open a big vehicle like that at Christmas, which is what I do on this channel. I've done it for the last few years. But you voted for me to open it for my 7,000 subscriber sort of celebration. I just want to let you know that I have actually got hold of something else recently, which will make a really good video opening for Christmas Day. I'm going to drop a few hints other than that picture there. It's a big one, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think it might be? Let me know in the comments if you can guess, and I will drop some subtle hints, teasers and spoilers for what it is. And then I'll have that video out on Christmas Day. It'll be earlier available for patrons and channel members. But anyway, that's that. I can't wait. Not that I've got the room for it, ladies and gentlemen. I'll fit it in somewhere. But look at all these things here now, man. Some are mounted to the wall there, as you can see. Anyway, this is a Tunghori delivery. And let's get it on. I did post that Tunghori had available. There you go, some stuff in there. A VC44 Luke Dagobah was available on Tunghori, ladies and gentlemen. And that is just big because that's such a rare figure, carded, and it's such a good figure to have loose. So, and it was a reasonable price. It was like $14. They had Bastila Shan was on Tunghori for like loads of money, which I don't think it's worth it because that Bastila Shan I got there wasn't opened off a vintage card back. I got that from the Black Series. So you'd think that things like Bastila would be available on Tunghori because she's had multiple releases, you know, vintage collection, Black Series. So you'd be able to pick her up for like, I don't know, the same as that what the Luke was going for, but no. You can also actually, I'm sure you could get Darth Plagueis on Tunghori at one point, but... so, speaking of VC44, there he is, and I'll be very interested to know what this is like. Look at that, man. My first impression of that is it's just as good as the VC44 I already own, which is over on the shelf there. Now, the thing about Tunghori is I've heard stories of people getting things that are clearly seconds or 2 left feet or something like that, but I've never had a problem with them. And that is looking like what I've got. That is a VC44, man. It's it. I mean, soon to pick one of these. Apparently the helmet, right, is the one that came with the whatever that Luke Pilot was. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to put the number up on the screen. The Luke Pilot, the X-Wing Pilot one, which has a little thing in it for Rey. I nearly said Rey Skywalker there. Oh God, you know, Rey from the sequels. But that's actually a really nice helmet. I think that's one of the best helmets they've made. It's not proper, as in it doesn't go with. I was talking with Tim from Bosk's Bounty about this. He was thinking about being a completist. He said it's not the right helmet, but to be honest with you, yeah, it's a bit loose on him. It doesn't matter, man. I've got a few other different helmets I could swap around. That's all right. Yeah, it's a bit loose, but then again, God, Blue Leader, that was a loose helmet and a half. But it's the kind of one that you wouldn't want the helmet on this figure. It's so good that you want to see that. So it's quite good for scenes when you're replicating Dagobah. R2. R2! Where are you? You know, that kind of thing. So that's that. Oh, did I mention I got a few more figure stands? I bought these off Ian Butler. From Ian's Display Accessories. Very good guy. Get in touch with him if you want to get some stands. Everyone's always asking me about what stands I get. These are good for modern figures. I'm a big fan of these ones as well. The black variation of these Saga Legends ones. They're really good. But he doesn't supply you with them. He does give you these. Shall I open some now? I've got one spare here that's loose. So I'm glad I bought some more of them. I needed them. Oh, that's terrible focus. Come on, there you go. They're good for modern figures. Does it fit on this fella? I remember even back then, this guy was quite a shallow peg hole dude. I don't know why you've got this trio of Mandalorian dudes here. I just had them, and I just thought I'd have them in shot. They were just nearby. I've recently opened a couple of them. Right, what else is out there inside this box for Tunghori? So also, you know what? I think I'm going to open one of these now. Why not? Why the hell not? Because I need some more stands. The next one I've got, I thought that, you know, when you get an order with Tunghori, fill it out, man, for the postage that you pay. Get a few more figures in there. So I thought I would get this one. This is Plo Koon. I have a Dave Filoni shelf, ladies and gentlemen. And in Shelf Indulgence, I will be bringing that back. I will show you my Clone Wars shelf. I've got 2 shelves for Clone Wars. I've got realistic Clone Wars. I've got the animated Dave Filoni Clone Wars shelf. And that is an awesome figure. I quite like these. They're very sleek and they're very multi-articulated, if you want to call it that. They're very, well, they've got great articulation. In an era just before they took articulation away, you got figures like this. And they're very good because they're very screen accurate. If you know, they're not representation of a living human actor or whatever in the movies, but they're absolutely spot on to how. God, look at this. Does this go on his head? I guess so. I don't know what the hell that is. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to cop out there. Bloody hell, how many lightsabers do you get with him? Look at this. Does that all come out of him? I'm going to bosh past this, ladies and gentlemen. I'll have to do that in my own time. That's all for Luke. That's a lot of sabers, man. I'm made up. I'm going to use them for someone else. I've got some need for some decent sabers. I think I've got a Grievous that's missing a couple of sabers, but there's obviously that one there. They kind of join together. I don't know. I'd have to watch. I've seen the Clone Wars all the way through, but maybe I've missed a few episodes or something, or I switched off. I was on my phone or something when that happened. Anyway, there's that. I'm glad this has arrived because now I can do my review of the Battlefront 2 Lando. Is he missing something though? I'll have to get the carded version and find out. Wait for that video and we'll discuss it, but I'm in a bit of a hurry tonight. But there's this Lando. This is the first fully articulated Lando from the young Lando I've ever bought. I never bought one from Solo to open, but this is pretty much the same figure except he's wearing that yellow Club Tropicana Lando, people call him. That's a nice blaster. I like that. Oh, you can't see it. Let me just very quickly put it in his hand and you'll see it. And look at that. I love that blaster. Look at the snorkel, whatever you call that there. Nice. Let's put a stand on this guy. How good are the peg holes? I bet that they're going to be good peg holes, these, for some reason. I've got a feeling. I got a feeling the peg holes will be deep, oh yeah. Oh, come on. Lost the bloody. I like it. Even though I don't like the idea of that card back and stuff, I was a bit like, what are they doing bringing that out? That's awesome. Plus, I've already got the other figure, the 5 POA of how he looked in Solo. So I've got an alternative for wherever. I don't quite know where I'm going to put him. God, if I had a Canto Bite shelf, I'd put him on that, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of casino looking. Maybe I'll put him in the cantina as a bit of an Easter egg. Right, I bought this. It was listed on Tunghori as something like Legacy Collection droid. I don't know what it was listed as actually, but I need it because there was a droid like that in the Hoth base. I'll have to do a screen grab for what it was listed as. But I like it. That's going to go in on my Hoth shelf. Well, my Empire Strikes Back section where all my Hoth stuff is. They had C-3PO, E-3PO, K-3PO, and U-3PO, and I can't remember which one was the one in the Hoth base. But that's nice. I like it. Really nice. Can't be doing with it when it's not focusing. Right, there you go. And there's a figure coming up now, which I've always looked at when I'm on Tunghori. It's another one for the Clone Wars shelf. Yeah, I'm going to make the peg holes are crap on that one. Anyway, let's just put him in the background. This guy. Now, there were others I could have bought. I think there's like Heavy and somebody else, but I just bought the one. I don't know which one this one is. I'll have to check. He's got a marking. Number 1 he's got on there. There's a great scene when they're all training. It's called Arc Troopers, I think, that episode. Correct me if I'm wrong. 782, number 1. There's that helmet that goes on there as well. That's a really nice figure. That's super articulated. It's, again, lovely. And I'd like to find out who that is. It could be anybody, but I don't know who that is. I think it's either Fives or Heavy or somebody like that. Ooh, nice cannon there. Nice. Look at the back there. Number 1 there. They all had numbers. It's on Camino. They're all training like that. So that's good for my Filoni shelf. Could do with a lot more figures on that shelf, really. Pretty thin on the ground, but I'm not just going to buy any old figure willy-nilly. Only good characters like clones. You can't beat clones, can you, really? I bet you any money that these are... Yes, they are. Because I know other figures from that era that were perfect in terms of peg hole depth, and that's a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe if I move that out of the way, it'll improve the focus. And this is the last one. I'll have to probably flash up again which one it is from the Tunghori website, but it's an R2. It's a Dagobah R2, I think. But it's not as dirty as the one I've got in an X-Wing. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. There he is. But, you know, again, I do need it. I might even put that in an X-Wing. It's not the greatest looking R2 I've ever seen. God, it was only cheap. I mean, the top section's not very good. The back. Sometimes R2s can look better from the back. Like I do have... Oh, come on. There you go. There's the focus. I do have a hut, a Dagobah hut. And you could have him peering in maybe, but I love that though. That's good. You know, he's really dirty when he first comes out of the river, but then as the film goes on, the grime sort of breaks down a bit, and you just see him stood by, you know, when Luke's levitating rocks, and you can just see R2 looking like that actually. So anyway, there's a need for him. All this and more is available on Tunghori. I'm not on commission with Tunghori. I just do think they're quite a great resource for loose figures, man. Maybe he or she watches this channel. I'd love that. That'd be really funny. But maybe not. I don't know. Thank you for watching that video, ladies and gentlemen. But really, the star of the show is this VC44 Luke, man. That is a massive deal. I already have one. But if you haven't, keep an eye on Tunghori, man, and get one. It's a great figure. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I have been only one Kenobi. Only one. Out.